Colt swings his staff overhead. It cracks into the leader's skull with a sound like breaking pottery. The cultist's eyes roll white. He collapses sideways into the dirt and does not move.
Stop hitting my ribs.
The first cultist ignores his fallen leader and lunges at Colt, blade arcing toward his throat. The air thickens suddenly, Volnome's shimmering barrier catching the edge just enough to turn it. The blade slices across Colt's
been staying back and helping out a lot.
Drawing blood,
I like that
but
it hit my
the kill.
collarbone instead
Colt
this time.
stumbles back, breathing.
It's better than the throat.
Ozias plants his staff in the dirt and sets his feet. The second cultist charges him, sword raised. Ozias pivots smoothly and sweeps his staff low. It catches the man's ankles. The cultist crashes face first into the yard.
Respect your elders.
The water elemental surges forward. Its liquid arms coil around the fallen cultist before he can rise, pinning him to the ground. Water flows over his chest and shoulders, heavy as stone.
Be still.
Vera drops her crossbow and draws her blade. She crosses the yard in 3 strides,
Well, it's cool
raises
the
her
elemental did that on
sword,
his own.
and drives it down
Why
through
is
the
Vera
leader's
so
back.
cool?
The man
Like,
jerks once.
She
Blood
has managed
spreads dark
literally
beneath
every
him.
attempt
He
she's
goes
made.
still. The dwarf in chainmail coughs out a final cloud of soot, lets go of the
She's just
halfling's
chilling in the
collar,
back with a
and
crossbow,
draws
too.
a heavy
Yeah, I
axe.
feel like she's
His
like
eyes
that
sweep the
sniper,
yard.
you
Lingering
know?
on the pinned
You
cultist,
always
the
want
dead
them on your
leader,
team.
the first cultist still standing with his blade out. The halfling scrambles upright behind him, frantically patting his singed silks and checking a cast iron skillet hanging from his belt.
Did it melt? Please tell me it didn't melt. Shut it, Osco.
The dwarf steps forward, axe
Wow, that
raised.
dwarf's got some intense
Standing
eyes.
cultist backs toward
Yeah,
the gate,
like,
blade
really.
trembling in his hand.
Don't want him
His
angry.
eyes dart between Colt, Vera, and the dwarf. He doesn't lower the weapon.
You just leveled up your staff skill from all that fighting.
Oh, nice. I'm actually going to use my staff and say something corny, so that's good timing. Of course, Vera's just going to steal my thunder again, but, you know. We have, like, a huge team now. And they're doomed between the water elemental. I don't know if the halfling and the dwarf are actually going to fight on our behalf, but considering we just saved them, they kind of owe us, you know. And generally, when people try to burn me alive, I fight them after. That's just one of my values. I don't know, how do you feel about people burning you alive?
Well, isn't there some sort of golden rule where you do unto others as they would do unto you?
I feel like, yeah, pretty much. But that would imply that we should burn them alive.
Well, now you're catching on.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I'm an elemental wizard, and so fireball is part of my repertoire.
Don't forget, guys, we're the good guys. Good
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. It's all about intent.
It's about intent, and it's about, you know, do you deserve it? And from our perspective, they deserve a lot.
Colt spins, plants his feet, and swings hard. His staff crashes into the cultist's jaw. The crack echoes across the yard. The man's head snaps sideways, blood spraying from split lips. He staggers backward, barely keeping his blade up.
I will turn you from a cultist into a cultist.
Holmes shuffles across the yard,
What did I just
robe
see?
dragging through the dirt. He stoops, grabs the fallen leader's staff,
The funny thing
and
is, it wouldn't make
straightens with a
any
grunt.
sense
He leans on both staffs
spoken out
for a
loud,
moment,
but because it's
breathing
in text, you
hard,
can tell what
then
I mean.
wipes his brow with the back of
Needs
one
to be a
trembling
new class.
hand. He
in
raises
Marion.
the dead man's staff
Cultist.
toward the pinned cultist. Lightning crackles at the gemstone tip. The cultist trapped beneath the elemental twists violently, trying to shield his chest. The bolt streaks past his shoulder and scorches the dirt beside him. He gasps. Eyes wide, Drun charges. He ignores the pinned man entirely and goes for the standing cultist. His axe comes around low and fast. It catches the cultist across both shins. Bone snaps.
Ow.
The man screams and crashes forward into the dirt, sword tumbling from his hand.
I guess that answers
He
my
doesn't
will they
get
help.
up.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to get soot out of fine silk? Do you?
Vera moves toward the gate,
I love
cutting
that
off
voice
the
for a
angle.
halfling.
Her blade stays low and ready. She steps over the leader's body without looking down.
Seems the crossroads is getting crowded today.
The water elemental shifts its weight, flowing over the trapped cultist's arms and legs. Water presses him flat against the ground. He stops struggling.
You are held.
All right, I'm gonna try to extract some information out of these people before we kill them all.
Did you notice a new cultist just arrived on the scene there?
Oh, this one looks suspicious.
Not quite as crazed as the others. All right, I'm gonna see if Drun and Osko are in a shape to actually join the fight with us.
All right, my threat has been made. I mean, yeah, they're cultists. Like, they're willing to die for their cause, so you gotta be creative, right? To get information out of them. It would also be nice if we knew what cult that they were a part of. There's just so many these days. Seems like every time I'm walking down the road, someone's going on about their fancy new cult. They hand me initiation papers.
To be fair, you just went on about your own cult.
That's true. That's true. But mine is better. I'm different. I'm special.
Cult strides toward the pinned cultist, gesturing at the water elemental looming overhead. The sphere of water hovers above the man's face like a judgment waiting to fall.
Tell us who you work for, or we will use the water elemental to waterboard you. It will be very pleasant and heroic.
The cultist's eyes go wide. He twists beneath the elemental's weight, gasping.
The Burning Hand! We serve the Burning Hand! Please, keep it away from my face.
Ozias turns to Volnorm, already
They just gave away
hacking his
information
staff
freely.
twice on
Wow.
the dirt.
These
Heal
are
the
very
dwarf
well-trained
and the
cultists.
halfling. They can help finish this.
Volnorm nods and raises his walking stick toward Drun and Osko. Soft golden light blooms from the wood, washing over them. Soot-blackened skin smooths, burns fade. Drun rolls his
Watch out.
shoulders.
Drun's
testing
joining
his
the
weight.
fight.
Osko
Oh, thank
pats his
God.
chest and grins. Ozias plants his staff and begins tracing a
Or I
pattern
guess
in
thank
the air.
the gods.
The dirt at his feet trembles.
I think there's multiple gods
Stone
in there,
groans.
right?
The ground splits.
God.
Rock
I need
surges
to read more
upward,
lore.
jagged, massive, taking shape. An elemental rises, twice the height of a man, broad as a wagon, fists like boulders. It turns its eyeless head
My
toward
goodness, how many
Ozias.
elementals
Smash
in
the
race?
cultists into pulp for harming their elders.
The earth elemental lumbers forward. Its fist comes down like a hammer on the cultist with shattered shins. Bone cracks. The man screams once and goes limp, blood pooling dark beneath him. The elemental turns and swings at the pinned cultist. Its fist glances off his shoulder with a wet crunch. The man howls, thrashing under the water elemental's grip. Vera crosses the yard in 2 strides. She drives her blade down through the cultist with shattered shins. His scream cuts short. He twitches once and stops moving.
Don't need an invitation to finish what these bastards started.
Drun
That's
hefts
the
his
spirit,
axe
Drun.
and moves toward the pinned cultist. Osco hurries
So are we
after
gonna
him,
kill the third
waving his
one?
skillet
I mean, he
overhead.
gave us
I'll
information.
tenderize these
Maybe we
arsonists
can.
for ruining my
Once we've
afternoon
won the fight,
and
maybe
my
one or two
outfit.
of them we can capture them and get information.
Yeah.
Unless my earth elemental smashes them to pulp. So
I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen because, Colt.
yeah. Let's see. I'll tell my elemental to capture him and not smash him to pulp. We'll see if he obeys.
All right. We're gonna keep a pet cultist. Bring him along. He can give us all of our answers. Maybe we can even like have him make us tea in the morning, you know? Polish the armor. There's a lot you can do with a prisoner. We can send him into the deepest caves. Kind of like a canary.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, why do it ourselves when we have someone to do it for us?
Colt drops to one knee beside the pinned cultist and yanks the rope from his belt. He loops it twice around the man's wrists, then his ankles, pulling the knots tight with practiced speed. The cultist gasps, eyes darting between Colt's face and the water elemental still hovering overhead.
Those who talk live.
Ozias waves one shaking hand at the earth elemental. The massive stone figure shifts its weight, lowering its boulder-like fists to either side of the cultist. Rock slams down into the dirt, pinning the man's shoulders flat. He screams.
Stop crushing him. Just hold him.
I like
The
how he's
earth
still killing
elemental
him.
eases back slightly, but keeps the cultist
He
trapped.
probably doesn't even know his own strength.
Ozias
He lost
shuffles
over
forward,
50%
both
of
staffs
his
planted in the
health.
dirt, and leans over the bound man. His voice drops low.
Who do you work for? Where is your base? Why attack the inn? I told you, the burning hand. We serve the hand.
The
The
hand.
messenger, we were sent for the messenger.
Dron steps forward, axe
is the
still
messenger?
in his grip. He plants one boot beside the cultist's head and lowers the axe blade until it hovers an inch from the man's throat.
How many more of you on the high road?
I don't know. We're one cell. 3 of us. They don't tell us about the others.
It's actually a really
Osco
good
darts
voice.
in from the side,
It
iron
really is.
skillet raised overhead. He jabs the edge into the cultist's ribs. The man flinches.
Did you touch my pantry? Did you burn my flour?
Oh, goodness.
Answer me. You
Typical
smoke-breathing
halfling.
vandal.
Oh boy. It's
No,
always
we
about the
didn't
food.
go
He's
inside.
worried about
Just
second
the
breakfast.
stables. Just the messenger.
We didn't go inside. We just lit it on fire. Like that makes it better. Yeah, we just lit it on fire. We didn't go in.
I just gained a level.
We understand boundaries. Okay. I want to know who the messenger is. I honestly would not be surprised if the messenger was a talking horse. There is a chance, Chad. There is a chance. They would be really good at giving messages, though. Nobody would suspect them, and they'd be really fast and be able to run far distances. It's actually a great idea. Let's find a talking horse.
Colt flips through his adventuring notes,
Oh,
pausing on a
goodness.
page marked with dirt-stained fingerprints. He glances from the page to the cultist pinned beneath stone and water.
And who exactly is this messenger?
I was
A
really hoping
girl,
you'd fail
a
at
small
that.
girl, carrying a sealed scroll from the north. That's all they told us.
Ozias shifts his weight, groaning. One hand goes to his lower back. His face twists.
My back, these old bones, weren't made for.
His free hand waves vaguely at the earth elemental. The gesture is meant to be dismissive, but the elemental takes it as command. Its massive stone fist
Oh,
rises
we're the good
overhead,
guys, by the
blocking
way.
out the tongue. The cultist's eyes go
It was an
Yeah,
accident.
Cole.
No. Wait, please.
The fist comes down.
Oh,
Stone
boy.
crashes into the man's chest with a sound like
It's
a
always the
breaking wall.
ribs.
Ribs snap. Blood sprays across dirt and rock. The cultist
Well.
convulses once, gasping wetly,
At least
then
now we
goes
know
limp.
it's a
His
what?
head lolls sideways.
A small
His
girl.
eyes stay
That really
open, but
narrows it
see
down.
nothing.
There's only a few
Is
of
the
those
girl
in
still
Marion.
inside? Is she alive or dead? I didn't see any little girl in the stables. Where is she?
Keep your voices down. Watch the road. If the rest of the hand is coming, we won't hear them over your shouting.
It was a pure, honest accident. I agree.
100%. I know your hand slipped on the keyboard, and no, those who needs a cultist following you around anyways? They don't smell good. Smell like ash.
So wait, who is this? Who is this girl again? Did I miss that?
She's the messenger. So they were sent to get the messenger, and I asked who the messenger was, and now they're saying the messenger was a young girl, but obviously there's no young girl present, so these cultists are bad at their job, and they just burned down an inn for no reason, or she got away.
All right, let me see if I have any kind of. Oh, I do have arcane sight. So let me see if I can use my arcane sight.
Investigator Colt is on the case. I'm kind of questioning the use of a small child as a messenger.
Yeah, with a cult, that's a little weird.
It just seems a little like not the most
Colt drops to one knee and pulls a
robust
small
way to get your
magnifying
message
glass from his doublet. He holds it close to the dirt near the dead cultist leader's outstretched hand, tilting the lens to catch the afternoon light. His eyes narrow. He shifts to the cultist's robes, examining the sigils stitched in crimson thread, then moves to the staff, still clutched in the dead man's grip.
This is all connected. It has to be. The burning hand, the messenger, a sealed scroll from the north. Look at this.
He points at ash, smeared across the leader's palm, then at scorch marks on the staff's wood grain. He traces the pattern with one finger.
The burns follow a deliberate pattern. They knew exactly where to strike. This wasn't random arson. This was a surgical extraction attempt.
Ozias shuffles toward the center of the yard,
Promise.
both
Not
staffs
crazy.
dragging furrows in the dirt. He stops, plants the dead cultist's staff in the ground, and raises his own overhead. His hands tremble, but his voice stays steady.
When you get this hold, you can't use your eyes anymore. Have to use magic to see anything worth seeing.
Oh,
His
goodness.
fingers trace glowing sigils in the air. Blue-white light spills from the tip of his staff, washing over the yard in rippling waves. The light flickers, gutters, then steadies. Ozias squints through it, turning slowly. His face twists in concentration.
Find the girl. Search every room, every corner. Search every room, every corner. She's here somewhere. She has to be.
The water elemental surges forward like a breaking
That was
wave.
great.
It flows
He really meant it.
steps and pours through the open doorway, spreading across the
Every
taproom
room, every
floor
corner.
in a shimmering sheet. The earth elemental pounds, one boulder fist against its chest with a sound like thunder.
None shall escape the stage of victory.
It lumbers toward the rear of the inn.
That earth elemental's a little creepy, I'm just saying.
Drun sheathes his axe, raises his
None
shield,
shall
and
escape.
moves toward the main entrance. His eyes scan the windows overhead. Osko sprints past him, skillet held high.
Little girl, it's safe now. Come out! Come out! We've got stew and fresh bread waiting.
The way
Vera
he's
reloads
screaming.
her crossbow
A
in
giant
blue
scary elemental.
She backs into the shadow of the
Come
ruined
out!
stable,
Come out!
eyes on the
Nobody
Yeah.
expects the
smoke
cultist
still
inquisition.
rises from the stable to
I'm
the
sure this is
Volnom
how you get a
leans on his
scared little
walking
girl
stick
to
near
run
the
out.
water trough, watching Colt work. A faint smile creases his face.
Keep the embers wet. We've had enough fire for one afternoon.
Azias's spell flickers again.
Oh goodness.
The blue-white light pulses brighter, then dims. He gasps, swaying. The arcane sight wavers like heat shimmer. Through it, he sees the inn's walls in ghostly outline. Beams, stones, the shapes of furniture, but the details blur and shift. He grits his teeth, pushing harder. The light steadies for a moment. He sees movement on the second floor.
Aha!
A small figure crouched behind a
Wow.
bed frame, arms
Arcane
upright
sight
on
for the
knees.
win.
Then the spell collapses. The light gutters out. Ozias staggers, breathing hard.
Second floor, west room. She's hiding.
The water elemental shifts direction immediately, flowing up the inn's stairs in a rushing torrent. Drun charges after it, boots pounding
Oh,
the steps. Hosko follows, still waving his skillet. Colt
Do we
looks
need
up from
everyone
his
to go up?
magnifying glass, then scrambles to his feet and sprints toward the inn.
All right, hero moment. Colt Aldark, professional hero. Before the Earth Elemental and the creepy guy and the guy with the frying pan scares the poor thing to death. Probably doesn't help that I'm covered in blood and you're covered in... Actually, did you get hit by anything? You're actually not very injured. How did that happen? How did I end up very injured and you only ended up a little injured?
Well, I
feel
actually
like-
did get hit by a couple of flaming swords, but Volnom healed me.
Oh. Why did he heal you and not me? That's kind of biased. I'm talking to HR later. Is there like an adventuring HR? Like the guild? Can I talk to someone about my concerns?
I think there's... You probably have to have an insurance policy with
The
a...
water elemental
deductible.
surges through the west room doorway,
no.
pooling across the floorboards. Drun follows, shield raised. Osko squeezes past him into the room, skillet lowered. A small girl huddles behind the bed frame, maybe 8 years old, dark hair tangled, face smudged with soot. Her eyes are enormous. A leather satchel sits clutched against her chest. She flinches when she sees them, but doesn't run. Colt climbs the stairs 2 at a time and slips into the room. He pulls his wooden flute from his belt, raises it to his lips, and plays. The melody starts
Oh,
soft,
nice. Play a
a
little song
lullaby,
for her.
simple and clean.
Yeah, I know.
His
that's what I
free
was-
hand
I was
moves
trying
in
to
small
be like,
circles,
you know...
summoning
Meanwhile, people
threads
are
of
coming
pale
in
with
light
skillets.
drift like dandelion seeds.